Howdy folks, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, the Mighty Bjorn, and today for you I have a Bjorn's Mighty Thoughts video. Going to be doing some coverage here on Terminator Resistance. It's been a while since I've talked about Terminator Resistance. I believe it's been my review, or maybe my guide for plasma weapons. I just know it's been a while since I've talked about Terminator Resistance. And that's because there really hasn't been anything related to Terminator Resistance recently. There's really been no news. Especially since the drop of the Infiltrator DLC. Well, it seems, folks, that there is a new DLC coming to Terminator Resistance. Teon has been sharing some screenshots from the new DLC titled Annihilation Line. Going to show a couple screenshots here. They've also dropped a trailer, which I am going to take time. I'm going to show the trailer, and then I will talk a bit about the trailer itself, what I see, and kind of weigh in on some predictions here for the trailer. Because I've actually already seen predictions out there from people, and I don't think some of the predictions I am seeing is actually correct. All right, so now I have the trailer here. So I'm going to shut up. I'm going to let the trailer play through, and then I'm going to back the trailer up, and then I will talk about what I see in the trailer and what I think is rather cool.
Every once in a while, an assignment comes along that nothing can prepare you for. I fear that this might be such an assignment.
Where the hell is everyone? No bodies? No nothing.
Seems like you've been appointed a special task, alongside Kyle Reese, no less.
What the hell are we doing here? Is all this really worth it, John?
Sergeant, we're about to cross the Annihilation Line, and I'd like to know why.
Because you were selected for this mission. That should be enough for you.
All due respect, sir, it isn't.
The success of our mission is everything. It's all that matters. People's lives depend on you. So can you manage that?
All right, folks, back the trailer up here, and I'm going to start playing the trailer again, and I'm going to pause it at certain moments and talk a little bit about the trailer itself, and we'll just get the trailer underway here. There's a couple things I want to point out that I see in the trailer.
Every once in a while,
also a couple
an assignment comes along
make.
that nothing can prepare you for.
I do like that the fact that it's still a future war setting, and what it looks like to me is this is definitely a prequel DLC, if you will, to the main game itself. So you got a nice looking, looks like Terminator factory here, which does make sense. Skynet would definitely need production facilities. I kind of wonder how it's going to roll in. I'm sure it's going to be one of those things you got to go in and wipe the place out or whatever. It's probably towards the end of the DLC, I would guess.
I fear that this might be such an assignment.
So it looks like here we have a new enemy. It looks like the T-600 from Terminator Salvation, or sort of kinda, which here's what the T-600 looks like from Terminator Salvation. And I've also found some photos of it without the clothing and stuff where they were trying to use it as a dumb Terminator. And essentially they do show an exoskeleton here, and it does look exactly, I don't want to say exactly, but pretty damn close to a T-600. So it's nice that with the main game, you could find snippets and stuff that ties into the first movie as well as the second movie. But now they're also tying in Terminator Salvation itself, which kind of also ties into like the comic books and the books that's been made over the years that's related to the Terminator series. I'm definitely glad to hear that the Terminator music is back too. I love it. So let's back it up a little bit here. Where was it? Oh, I missed it. All right, you know what? Let's play it. Yeah, there it is. It's nice to see that the grenade launcher from the Infiltrator DLC is going to expand its use into another portion of the game. Right now, as it stands, that I'm aware of, there's nowhere you can find the grenade launcher in the core game. But with Infiltrator mode, you can get the grenade launcher, and now it looks like you're also going to get the grenade launcher for Annihilation line. Very cool. I actually like the grenade launcher. And you got them plasma weapons that just makes you want to stick out your lips like Mick Jagger. Every time I go blasting off
Where the hell is
plasma
everyone?
minigun, I stick out my lips like Mick Jagger. Anyway, this part here, this little snippet, they're talking about they couldn't find any bodies, and I suspect what that has to do with is it's kind of that tie-in with Terminator Salvation and essentially a theoretical of how would they be able to get the blood, the human tissue, the human hair, all that different stuff they need to make the T-800s, you know, to essentially make the Infiltrator-style Terminators, because at this point what I'm getting, the vibe I'm getting from the enemies I've seen that they've shown so far is that the Terminators are the T-600s, which when Kyle Reese talks about them in Terminator 1, he explains them as being pretty much big and dumb, not very bright. They were easy to outsmart. They were also easy to spot because they had latex rubber skin. So what I suspect is they're investigating what is essentially, you will, what are they doing with the bodies? Because now they're essentially, the Terminators are now mopping up the dead soldiers, dead humans, I guess
Bodies?
you could say.
No, nothing.
Seems like you've been appointed a special task, alongside Kyle
Now it
Reese,
definitely
no
looks
less.
like it's going to be pretty
What the
action
hell are we
packed.
doing here? Is all this really worth?
Now this moment here, there was a lot of people I seen out there talking about that the theory that you're going to be playing as Kyle Reese. I don't think you're going to be playing as Kyle Reese. I actually kind of think you're still going to be playing as Private Jacob. And before the events of Terminator Resistance, and that he's actually part of the squad, and that this is actually the build-up for all the information that he has to bring to the Resistance leaders on the other side of the continent, to John Connor and Baron.
Worth it, John.
And see, here I was talking about this a bit ago, where this kind of looks more like a T-600 without any of the fleshy bits or anything to try and make it look human. It looks more like a T-600 to me. And it's kind of cool that it's wielding a minigun, which is kind of a hail back to Terminator Salvation.
Sergeant, we're about to cross the Annihilation line, and I'd like to know why.
Because you were selected for this mission. That should be enough for you.
Oh my God!
All due
the
respect,
explosions,
sir,
all the
it
fun
isn't.
stuff. I'm really
The
excited.
success of our mission is
this
everything.
trailer's making
It's all that
excited-
matters.
exciting. Even though it just looks like the same
People's
basic
lives depend
gameplay
on
they
you.
already had. Now, what was that big mamma jamma? Did you see that? That is a big leg. I'm kind of guessing that's going to be like, that's just a preview of the final boss for the DLC. I'm guessing. Please don't.
Lives
I'm not
depend on you.
necessarily 100% sure.
Can you
but
manage that?
damn, that's big. So, dude, seriously, I'm really stoked about this. I think it's really cool to see that there's being additional stuff done with Terminator Resistance. To me, it's kind of one of those really underrated games that really needs to get more attention and deserves more attention than it got. Now, there's a couple of things I'm going to put out there. I don't know if this DLC is going to cost anything. I suspect it's going to cost a little bit of some because of the additional voice acting and the additional work they had to put into it. The next thing I really don't know, and I haven't seen any information about that, is if it's going to get, the DLC is going to be released on Xbox as well. I suspect it probably will. It'll probably be later, and then it'll only probably be the current gen Xbox, which is Xbox X Series, I think. I don't know. I don't really keep up to all these different things. But it's definitely really cool to see this. It's going to be on PlayStation 5, and it's going to be on PC. For anybody who's got PlayStation 4, will get upgraded to Terminator Resistance for free. If they have PS4, which there's something I want to talk about too, because I did see people complaining about the fact that this is only going to be on PS5, that it's not going to make PS4. Folks, I just want to throw out there that a lot of game companies, a lot of developers already have actually cut ties with updating their stuff on PlayStation 4 or have quit supporting PlayStation 4 altogether. So, yeah, I really can't blame Teon for not putting this on PS4. But either ways, folks, there it is. Terminator Resistance, Annihilation Line, DLC coming December 10th. I definitely recommend the game. I've already done a review on it. And I would definitely, right now as it stands, I am definitely excited for the new DLC. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And have yourself a wonderful day.